Clasico. It's Barcelona versus Real Madrid. So without further ado, we're off to the Nou Camp. Here's your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
La Liga is the competition that we're featuring in our match today. I'm Martin Tyler. Hello to you all. Alan Smith is with me. It's time for El Clasico. When Barcelona play Real Madrid, it's a bit more than just a club match.
Well, a little bit of rivalry, you might say, and so many world-class players out on the pitch here.
One piece of good and bad news, really. Eric Abidal, who amazingly came back from a liver transplant to play, and then obviously not quite to the level that Barcelona want. But it was a great human story, wasn't it?
Clearly there was a togetherness and a big support for Abidal. He seemed a really popular figure in that dressing room.
I'd love to. I've been privileged to sit in this gantry many, many times. I'd love to go and watch a game from right up in the top tier here and just see how it all unfolds. It would be a wonderful panoramic view, I'm sure.
Yeah, it would be. And lovely to stand down pitch side before a match as well and look up to those stands. Great to play here as a player, I'm sure.
And today's referee is Manuel Rui Barbosa. Back off, they could be in trouble, and the ball gets to here. Here's the shot, and such quality in the build-up, and a brilliant finish, a wonderful goal.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Premier League. A huge rivalry as Manchester United play Liverpool. Off to Old Trafford now, the rain, I'm afraid to say, is beating down. Your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Hi there, I'm Martin Tyler. With me today, Alan Smith, and we've got a match from the Barclays Premier League for you.
Yeah, thanks Martin. Delighted to be here, as I always am for these occasions.
Liverpool against Manchester United. It's such a serious rivalry, a very close rivalry, of course. The city's not much more than 30 miles apart.
Yeah, well, of course, United down the years have had the upper hand, but this is a good Liverpool side that we're going to see today, and they could cause one or two problems.
This is then the Manchester United lineup. David De Gea starts in goal. Antonio Valencia starts with Luke Shaw as the fullbacks. Ander Herrera plays with Michael Carrick in the middle. In attack, Wayne Rooney plays up front with Robin van Persie. This is the Liverpool side. Brendan Rodgers recognised at the end of the 13-14 season by his fellow managers as the manager of the year, although he didn't have any silverware to show for it as a team.
No, he didn't, and he and the players, of course, really disappointed with that, but they've made a big step.
Manchester United, what do you make of them, Alan?
Well, this is a talented outfit, no doubt about it. Possible champions this season, in my book, and a chance here for them to get into the swing of it in terms of the tactics and the shape. Interesting it will be today.
Mike Dean is the referee.
Welcome, everybody. Martin Tyler along with Alan Smith. Alan, looking forward to it today.
Yeah, I think so, Martin. There's a really good buzz in the air here.
Well, it's Liverpool against Manchester United. If you're of a certain age, you'll remember when Liverpool were top dogs in the 70s and 80s, and Alex Ferguson came down from Scotland to try and change that, and he did. Manchester United, obviously, in the last decade of the last century, the first decade of this century, he got what he wanted, but that rivalry still really exists.
Yeah, it does, and if you ask the players, and particularly the fans, they will say this derby is the one they look to at the start of every season.
Well, it's been a tough nut to crack, hasn't it, Manchester United this season?
And I think what makes this team so hard to beat is the fact that everybody works hard out of possession. It starts at the front with the strikers.
This is then the Manchester United lineup. David De Gea starts in goal. Juan Mata plays with Morgan Schneiderlin in the centre of the park, and they just go with the one striker up front. This is the Liverpool side. Simon Mignolet starts in goal. Dejan Lovren plays with Kolo Touré as the centre-backs. James Milner starts with Emre Can in central midfield. Daniel Sturridge is the main striker today. Well, Manchester United, there's lots of surveys go on, but one that said that they were the richest football club on the whole planet.
Well, anybody that lives in England, lives in Britain, we all know about the history, the tradition of this famous old club. And the wonderful teams they've had down the years. No wonder they generate a lot of money.
How will Manchester United be today? We'll be watching them.
Well, this is a talented outfit, no doubt about it. Possible champions this season in my book, and a chance here for them.
Emre Can could be dangerous. Here's the cross. The score! It's Liverpool who scored. Alan Smith is with me. I'm Martin Tyler. Delighted to have your company for this match today. Well, we've got Dortmund here against Bayern Munich. Of course, memories of Wembley. Very, very close. Bayern finally got their hands on the trophy ahead of Dortmund. But it was a great advert for European football, German football in particular.
Yeah, fantastic occasion that. But Bayern obviously can spend more, can pay more to their players. So it's always difficult to keep tabs with the German giants.
Borussia Dortmund under the microscope now.
Well, there are a lot of expectations at this club. I think many people feel they can end the season as champions, and we might get a little glimpse of that today. I know there's a long way to go and the players aren't fit, but they have got some good, really talented players out there.
This is the Borussia Dortmund lineup. In goal, Roman Bürki. Socrates Papastotopoulos starts alongside Mark Bartra in the heart of defence. Ousmane Dembele plays with Marco Reus in the wide positions, and they'll play with a sole striker. Bayern Munich's lineup. Sven Ulreich plays in goal. David Alaba starts with Rafinha in the full-back positions. Thiago plays with Arturo Vidal in the centre of the park. Robert Lewandowski is the main striker today. Whoever is the coach of Borussia Dortmund, the passion and the nature and the DNA of this real working man's club is it's special. It's very special indeed.
Well, it's one of my favourite European grounds. You come here on a European night and it's just wonderful. That yellow wall behind the goal, it's a sight to see.
Yasha Zurhaider is today's referee. Into the attacking third. Looking for Roy, and he goes for goal with his head. Well, no wonder in England he's known as Rolls-Royce. It's a wonderful goal from a stylish player. Hi there everybody, Martin Tyler here along with Alan Smith, and our match today comes from the Premier League. With Manchester United a dominant force in the Premier League, and for so many years, the City winners in 2012, winners in 2014. They're giving Manchester United a taste of their own medicine, aren't they?
Well, they are. Manchester United have had it all their own way for so many years, and what a feeling inside the city of Manchester these days. Two top teams. We are at the business end, and this is where the big players, the big teams respond, and certainly we've got the biggest two here. First versus second. Oh, wait.
They're a good watch, aren't they, Alan? We're expecting plenty today in terms of goals from Manchester City.
Well, we should expect goals because this team has got some really good strikers who are banging form.
Well, it was here, of course, where Manchester City won the Premier League for the first time in circumstances that somebody said you'll never see anything like it again. And that Sergio Aguero goal, I guess, will be one of the moments. It'll be hard to top that, whatever happens in the future of the stadium.
Well, it will. Hard to top the commentary as well, Martin, on that day. But, yeah, one of the most amazing moments, the most amazing moment in Premier League history, I think. But it's a ground that is growing, isn't it? And it's got a history to it that needs to be added, I think, in the coming years.
Associated Manchester United with a never-say-die spirit in terms of that 1999 Champions League final, with those two late goals from Sheringham and Solskjaer to beat Bayern against all the odds.
Yeah, that never-say-die attitude became ingrained in the club's philosophy. Maybe they've moved away from it in recent years, but they will get back to it.
Stuart Atwell is the referee today. Fernandinho. Kevin De Bruyne. Now Fernandinho. Silva. Now they've got a chance in this part of the pitch. Lukaku. Pogba. Nemanja Matic. That's very good shielding of the ball. Excellent work with the tackle. Done well under pressure here to hold the ball as the challenge came in. Got the opposition backpedaling a little bit. David Silva! There's a score here, and that has significance because they're now into the lead.
Well, this is what they've been striving for, and shortly it will become reality. Here in the Spanish capital, it's the UEFA Champions League final. A warm welcome from me, Derek Ray, joined for commentary tonight by Lee Dixon, and we're fast approaching kick-off time here at the Estadio Metropolitano. It is Manchester City up against Inter.
Well, hundreds of millions of people will be tuning into this one. Probably the biggest club game in the world. Pointed end of the tournament. Who's going to come out on top? Well, Derek, we're just about to find out. Very, very excited.
David Silva can always bring his influence to bear on the proceedings. Lee, what sort of performance do you think we'll see from Silva?
Well, you've hit the nail on the head, Derek. Influence. He sets the tempo of a game. He gets the ball and creates. Everybody backs off him because he's so good.
Introducing the starting players for Manchester City. And they are a team, Lee, known for their aggressive high pressing.
Well, absolutely. That takes a lot of hard work, a lot of organisation, force the opposition to make early passes. The weakness of it, if you beat the high press, you can get exposed at the back.
definitely a need for a new Atletico Madrid stadium, and they've got the new ground here in the eastern part of the capital, the Metropolitano, and it's brilliantly.
It is. I was lucky enough to go to the Calderon. I love that stadium. Very old, as you said, and literally falling down. So they needed a new home, and they've done a great job with this one.
Inter's lineup is as follows. Would you call it 4-5-1, Lee?
Yeah, I really like this formation, Derek. 4-2-3-1, really. The two central midfield players supplying support to a three ahead of them, and then a lone striker with a number 10 just behind him.
Played in there. We wondered if a goal was forthcoming, but it has arrived now.
Well, finally the deadlock has been broken. Not long to go now. How will that affect the opposition?
Hi there everybody, welcome to Old Trafford. Martin Tyler and Alan Smith with you for the commentary today on this special fixture, this rivalry that goes back decades now between Manchester United and the other team that wears red when they are at home anyway, it's Liverpool.
Yeah, I think this clash probably usurps the Manchester derby in terms of the fierce nature of the contest, the determination to come out on top.
Nemanja Matic. Number 15, Andreas Pereira. And number 9, Anthony Martial.
This is then the Manchester United lineup. David De Gea starts in goal. Harry Maguire starts alongside Victor Lindelof at the back. Nemanja Matic plays alongside Fred in midfield. And here is just the one main attacker in this lineup. This is the Liverpool side. One thing to look out for from this team today is the way they try and win the ball back within seconds of losing it.
Yeah, and they don't do it individually. They get backed up by a teammate. They hunt in packs, and you've got to do that. You've got to do it with discipline.
They certainly know how to pay tribute here at Old Trafford to great names of the past. We're looking across at the Alex Ferguson stand from the Bobby Charlton stand.
Yeah, it's a marvellous theatre, no doubt, and I'm sure when they're trying to track players, they only have to show them round Old Trafford, and their case has been won.
Difficult for the defender against them. We could be in. 1-on-1, and the goalkeeper one out.
Good experience there. His positioning was excellent, and so were his reactions.
Was Mata who took the corner. Oh, but for this goalkeeper, the game would have been long over.
Isn't it just? He's been their best player.
Matic! Splendid goal here. And they are the dominant force now. And there should be no way back for the other team.
Well, it really is a city that loves its football. I'm talking, of course, about Manchester, and it's a real pleasure to be here tonight at Old Trafford. I'm Derek Ray. With me for commentary is Lee Dixon, and it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It is Manchester United taking on Liverpool.
Cheers, Derek. Yes, excited about this one. Interesting match-up for me. We should get a good game here, hopefully.
Well, there are many who regard Bruno Fernandes as the complete footballer. Lee, what do you think we'll see from him today?
Well, he plays the game as if the ball's his own. He lends it to other players. He's the glue between the team, between the different departments of the team, and he links everything together.
Great. Good luck. Good luck.
Well, Manchester United have chosen this particular shape. David De Gea between the posts. Harry Maguire plays alongside Victor Lindelöf in central defence. Paul Pogba plays alongside Nemanja Matic in the centre of midfield. And beginning the game up front today, Anthony Martial. Let's take a look at the Liverpool starting 11. Alisson begins in goal. Virgil van Dijk plays alongside Joe Gomez in central defence. Sadio Mane starts with Mohamed Salah out wide. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack.
Yellow card, but certainly knows what the referee's thinking.
Martial. Henderson. It is to be a throw-in. Paul Pogba. Running room in the wide position. Chances on. There it is! The first goal in the derby. A special moment. This is where every top-level footballer wants to be after a long season. The Champions League final. Only 2 teams left in the battle for Europe's Premier Club competition. My name is Derek Ray, and I'm joined for commentary on this final tonight by Stuart Robson. It's Manchester United against Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, Derek, we've got some of the world's top players out there tonight, so this has to be a great game, doesn't it? I just hope we see both sides play to their full potential. I can't wait for this.
The lineup for Manchester United. David De Gea starts in goal. Harry Maguire plays alongside Rafael Varane in central defence. Paul Pogba plays with Fred in central midfield. And the starting role in attack is handed to Cristiano Ronaldo. And the PSG team looks like this. Gianluigi Donnarumma begins in goal. Sergio Ramos plays alongside Marquinhos in central defence. Neymar starts with Lionel Messi in the wide midfield positions. And the main threat in attack today should be Kylian Mbappe. Best.
Con el 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, big chance. Oh, there it is! It's one goal after another, and it speaks to the quality of that performance. And here we are at one of the great venues for football anywhere in the world, Old Trafford in Manchester. I'm Derek Ray, your match commentator, and alongside providing all the tactical analysis is Stuart Robson. And everyone here on tenterhooks, you'd have to say, with good reason. It's Manchester United against Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
Jadon Sancho, number 8, Bruno Fernandes, and number 10, Marcus.
And here's the lineup for Manchester United. David De Gea begins in goal. Jadon Sancho starts with Anthony out wide. And the main striker today is Marcus Rashford. And the PSG team looks like this. Gianluigi Donnarumma begins in goal. Marquinhos plays alongside Sergio Ramos in central defence. Neymar starts with Lionel Messi in the wide midfield positions. And lining up through the middle in attack today is Kylian Mbappe.
Thank you for attending the Theatre of Dreams. Enjoy the match.
Referee with the flag raised.
Well, you just question if he could have let that run. He must have known he was offside.
Kylian Mbappe. And in with a real chance. Surely. Mbappe's finish, his goal.